Clay traps are crazy expensive, so I built my own at a fraction of the price. You can do it too, and you don't even need plumbing in the studio. If you're doing pottery at home and flushing down your clay water into your drains, then you are in trouble, big trouble. All the clay particles will settle at the bottom of your drain and will clog it all up, and it's expensive to get a plumber out and take care of it. Instead, use a clay trap and make sure that your drains are kept safe. I made this clay trap a few years ago and have been using it ever since. And I shared it on my Instagram profile how to do it. And I've seen them pop up all around the world. So today I'm here to show you exactly how it works and give you a few pointers as to how you can make your own and improve the design since I made mine. I made this system out of 4 buckets. 2 of them are in this big size, and they are 53-liter buckets. They are called Akita. I'll write it here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but that's the buckets. And then 2 of the small bucket, which is a 10-liter bucket. And it works like this. I can open the lid, and then here inside the upper bucket I put in a drain so that I can use this upper part as a sink for cleaning my tools, etc. So now my tools are all clean, and I have a lot of clay water here at the bottom. So if I were to just throw this clay water into my drainage here at home, well, that would clog my drains very quickly. So instead of doing that, I divide the water from the clay particles through this system. I just lift this up and all the water goes down. There we go. And I close it again. And why that's important? Well, stay tuned to find out. So once the water has gone down, then it goes down this drain, and then it goes down into this bucket system. In here I have a small bucket. This small bucket is in the center, and that's where the drain goes down. And in here, all of the excess clay gathers at the bottom. Let me just show you. And then all the clean water spills up over the edge of this small bucket and goes into the big bucket. And right now, because I just spilled all the water, then it's a little muddy. But in comparison, this is at the very bottom, and this is how much clay is at the bottom. So almost no clay spills over the small bucket and into the big bucket. And then when the water rises, then I can tap off clean water here into a small bucket and then reuse the water. And because my whole system here is closed to air, so there's no airflow in this, then this doesn't get smelly. It doesn't get stinky at all. And I can then just reuse the water here in my studio, so I don't have to go and get water all the time. And then I can take all of this slurry, and if I only use this for clay, then I could just reclaim this clay. But I have also used this for not only clay but also glaze. So therefore I need to take this to the recycling place. I do plan on making a small bucket system like this out of my small buckets, and then using that only for glaze, so that I can reuse the glaze particles and reuse my clay. But I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Since we're talking about making the process of pottery making easier and more enjoyable, then here's a quick 1-minute video interruption where I share a tip on how you can improve your glazing experience as well. Glazing takes a lot of time, and bad glazing can easily ruin pieces you've already spent hours making. And in order to make that process more enjoyable for everyone, I have created a membership club where I share all of my glaze designs and my glaze tests. I combine Amico glazes and Butz glazes and a few dipping glazes and do some cool glaze effects out of those. I give you easy instructions so that you can recreate all of these glazes at home in your own studio. You'll get new glaze designs each month, plus access to my growing library of glaze testing ebooks. This way you skip a lot of trial and error. It's only around 7 to 8 euros per month, and you can join through my Instagram. All right, let's get back to the clay trap. Price-wise, well, I built this whole system for under, I think around 100 euros is the price of everything included. And whereas a commercial clay trap is often around, I don't know, 500 to 800 euros. So it is really a lot cheaper to make this system, and you don't need any extra plumbing in your studio. So I definitely recommend this system. And the system is pretty easy to make. I just took 2 of the big buckets. Then I took the lid from one of the buckets and the big bowl, cut off the top of the big bowl, sanded it down, and then drilled a big hole in the middle where I attached the sink part. And on the other side of the lid, I then attached this part, which is a drain. Now, the only drain that I could find was one with this piece on it. You don't need that, just a simple drain like this will do, and a drill like this. A bigger one for this part, but yeah, then just drill a hole, attach those 2. I did that by myself. It's not really complicated. You don't need anyone's help. And it is pretty simple. And then here, I just drilled a hole that matched the radius or the diameter of this tap. The tap that I used is this one, which is intended for rainwater. What do you call this? A rainwater collector container? I don't know. Yeah. But I attached that one. This was all just an idea I had in my head, and that's why I made it this way. And now I've been working with this system for a few years, and one suggestion I would recommend is putting the tap lower. So putting it around the middle of the big bucket so that you can tap off more water instead of the water having to be up here and then just being able to tap off a little bit of water. Then I would suggest moving this part lower. That would make it more efficient. I know that you can get these buckets many places in the world because I've seen so many other people replicating this piece. So just try and Google the name of the buckets and see where you can find them near you. And if you're not able to find the exact same buckets, then no worries. You can probably find some other buckets in the more or less same sizes. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I will try to get back to each and every one of you. If you found this video helpful, then please do subscribe to my channel and hit the like button and all that good stuff. That will really help me grow here on YouTube. I will see you in the next video. And just a quick shout out and thanks to all of my Patreons and subscribers on Instagram. I truly appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you. Bye.